or how what it looked like. She probably had to wait. But she's no longer with us. Well, she's out of pain if she isn't. That daughter of hers would be in pain if she didn't tell me that something happened to her. If Carol's in the hospital, she won't call until she gets out. And I tried to call that number, and the answering machine didn't come up even. I hope she's all right. She's sick all the time. But she talked to the guy, Ernie. She said no, she needs to move around. I said, you need to get out of that bed and come downstairs. And she's up in that bed all the time. I have to make myself get up. I'm not ready to collapse into the world of silence. No way. I got Christmas stuff coming up. I want to be here for that because they didn't have any last year. There was a lot of happiness in mine, but we wasn't able to get it.
Okay. Let's see. What's the battery? Oh yeah, the battery should be fine. I brought my cord just in case. Brooke's not on yet, but I let her know that I'm live. So
really?
Yeah. So hopefully she can pop on because right now it's 5, 6, 7, 8, like 9 there, 9 p.m. Yeah, so it's like about 10 after 9, something like that.
She loves this family, doesn't she?
Yep.
She loves the people.
Yeah, because by this family, she gets treated like family. Because I guess, from what I remember her telling me and stuff, she don't get on with her family very well. Which don't really surprise me. I mean, not that it's her fault. A lot of times it's people that just don't want to admit when they're wrong. Or, for whatever reason, that they treat her bad.
Yeah.
Or she don't get on with them. Don't mind me. Well, I'm sure this live stream will be very entertaining. I'm sitting here rolling some yarn up. This is the Christmas thing that I tried to make and gave up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm doing once I get it all re-rolled, I'm going to do a red and black phone pouch for Mom. So she can put her pink one in the wash because the poor thing definitely needs wash. And she thinks that red and black would be pretty together. So I was like, okay, I'll do a red and black for you.
Well, for my little lion, I got him hidden away too.
Yep.
I got it hidden away. I got my black onyx hidden away too. Oh, you guys are going to chatter with us, huh? You have a conversation? Or we were talking, they were up there talking too. You got the birds spoiled, man.
Yep. Because they know I understand them. They know I can feel them. They know I can hear them. There you are. I'm just rolling yarn here. This is the Christmas thing that I started and gave up on. I just said a few minutes ago. I know my hair isn't a lovely mess today, but at least I'm over here at Mom's where the air's nice and cool. And I titled it Jonny Marzetti because we made Jonny Marzetti a few minutes ago together. The blue? What blue? Oh, you mean, yeah, it's just kind of here and there and then the top.
Oh, she's talking about your
What's
blue
what?
Hair. She's talking about your blue hair you used to have.
Oh, Jonny Marzetti? Oh, it's it's basically elbow macaroni. Elbow macaroni, meat, like a hamburger usually, tomato, like crushed tomatoes, tomato sauce, just whatever you think would be good or your taste. We did crushed tomatoes, and Mom sprinkled a little bit of minced onions in it, and then I sprinkled some cheddar cheese, not too much because you don't want it to overwhelm the other flavors. You want them to all blend together, and it's just sitting in there in the skillet right now, ready to eat. But I had some soup earlier when I first got here because I hadn't eaten yet, and I got here on early afternoon sometime.
You haven't even eaten your breakfast.
Yeah, I hadn't even had breakfast because I was, I was anxious to get away from Chris because I'm just here by myself with Mom. There's nobody else with me, which is nice because I just wanted this time, to be for me and Mom in the sense that, Chris ain't here and Maria's not here. It's just me and Mom, and of course you.
Yeah,
And she
no,
said,
my
she
birthday
said,
was Saturday.
she said, "Hi, Grandma."
No,
and
my
she-
my birthday was Saturday.
Yeah, Mom's birthday was this past Saturday. She's officially 19 now.
91.
19. She's lying. Don't listen to her.
91.
Yeah, 19 backwards, but I say 19.
I wish I was just 19.
But yeah, she's. Whoa! If I can I'm getting all twisted up here. Oh man, I'll be glad when this thing's finally unrolled so I can work on, making her thing, her pouch.
I think the red and black's a pretty color.
Oh yeah, red and black will be nice together. I have to roll it on my knee. She said, "Happy belated birthday, Mom."
Thank you very much.
She said thanks because she Brooke, she said she didn't know that it was your birthday either.
But I didn't have a very pretty one, I'll tell you.
Yeah, poor Mom. I felt so bad because she spent Saturday, her birthday, the Sunday after, and the Monday after her birthday alone. And I feel absolutely horrible because I should have at least, if nothing else, called Mom and wished her a happy birthday because I still owe her a card and some flowers. So, I don't know when I'll finally remember to bring them over, but today with the humidity being bad like it was and stuff, Mom finally turned on the air, so her and I can at least like sit in here and be, comfortable and cool and stuff.
It didn't take long either.
But the last live stream, as you know, I did was the Lunasaw, which I did do the ritual. I was here, but I wasn't able to really light any candles because I forgot to bring like a candle holder from home so that I could burn the candles in it and stuff. And I don't know if you know this, but we all feel like, and you know us, Brooke, we're not, the last thing we're trying to do is cause more grief or upset to anybody. Yeah, I am, honey. I'm really tired, and the humidity, like I said, the humidity is not helping, not to mention the pills that I'm taking. They're, it's still the generic Cymbalta and the generic Lyrica, but I had to cut back the Cymbalta to one a day, and I take it at night, like before I go to bed, and it helps me to sleep. But then the drawback is, and this is just cutting it down to one, mind you, the drawback is by the time I guess it really kicks in my system and helps me sleep, and I'm sleeping and dreaming and all that, I struggle through the next day with tiredness, and that's cutting down to one. Imagine taking 3 a day. And, inactivity, of course, is still a lot of it. Not getting out very much because we're trying to save on gas because gas prices are freaking stupid. And yeah, this is how those pills, they pretty much, I feel like I'm walking around high all day and I haven't smoked nothing. But it's not a good high because it's making me too tired. My hair keeps falling in my face and bugging the crap out of me. I don't have anything to pin it back. And because of the waviness and the curliness and stuff, it just does its own curl wave kind of thing. But yeah, But what I was about to tell you, and like I said, sweetie, I don't know. I mean, because I don't know where you and Michael are with your relationship. I can only hope that things are much better than they were. But it's kind of one of those things you gotta kind of gradualize. You got little bits by bits or whatever, and not like just so much at once. But I am like just really shocked, very angry, and very hurt that Michael would suggest such a thing. But he asked Grandma, my mom, and Jim if they would skip a month's rent so the two of you could get married. And I'm like, oh, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. And I'm not saying I don't want you guys to get married, and I hope you understand where I'm coming from, but I feel like it's one of those things, that he should have never did. 2, please don't bring it up, honey. I don't want you guys fighting. I know you guys are struggling as it is, but I felt like you had a right to know. And I'm just dumbfounded that he would ever do something like that. I mean, because it's like, this house might be Mom's for the most part, and but she can't not pay her rent for a month, and I know you understand that. So it's like scaring the hell out of me. Where the fuck is this boy's head? Because he needs to get it back on his body. He's out of money. I don't know. I mean, I certainly don't have any to put on his phone, but he tried to call me and Chris recently, and one of his favorite ways to let us know that he needs money, apparently, is he will call or like it'll be his ringtone, right? And then we answer, and then it says there's a inmate, trying to call, blah blah blah, and something about payment options. So when he does that, we know that that's his way of saying he's out of money again, and he expects us to just materialize it out of thin air. I mean, shit, girl, if I could do that, I'd have millions of dollars by now, and I'd probably have my own flat in London. What the fuck? I mean, I'd have my passport. I would be happy again, okay? And I have another dilemma. Because Jim is he's not doing enough still around here, honey, for Grandma, and me and Grandma both are very upset with him over it, and so is Chris, so is Maria. And he spends either all of his time in the garage or upstairs in his room, probably tossing off 20 times a day, or he's out helping somebody that needs help somewhere, that needs something fixed, or right now he's putting an air conditioner in somebody's window because they've got marble windows, so apparently it's not something one person can do. It has to be, it takes 2 people, not to mention, it's an air unit, so of course it's going to have weight to it, and I couldn't even, unless it was a small one, I don't think I could even do that without help. He ignores Mom 9 times out of 10, the majority of the time. She spends days, weeks, endlessly here by herself, okay? Because he's just trying every way that, no, it's not. He's trying every way that he can it's like he's trying to avoid her. Okay, and I'm sorry, but that's wrong. I have to pause for a minute to remember my indoor voice, because no, exactly. That's why if I pause a lot, that's because I'm trying to keep myself calm, because this has been going on the entire time she's been living here, honey. And you know that this December 22nd of this year will be a year. So I'm trying to come over more. Today I brought some cleaning stuff. It's lavender scented. It's multi-purpose. I'll show you the bottle here in a little bit. And, fairly inexpensive because, I mean, if you get it from some place like Dollar Tree or something like that, you can get a decent size of it. So as long as you don't go crazy stupid with it, like fill half a bucket with just that and then the rest water. No, that's too much. Put a cup in it maybe, but not much more than that. But I wanted to, this is kind of my way, not only of at least being here for Mom, but, giving her company, giving her somebody that can make her meals. She's not eating right a lot of times, and she feels trapped in this house because with all these high heat indexes and stuff going on outside, it's dangerous to go out. And I thought I was sensitive to the heat. It's even harder for her, especially with her being 91 now. You can't, you're lucky if you can sit outside even on a porch, her side porch, for 20 minutes, and then you got to go in because you're ready to pass out. But my dilemma is this. Chris is still determined to, that we're moving to West Virginia. And, that doesn't seem to be any closer to happening than it has been so far. I have since stopped asking him what's going on. And, where are we with it? Are we any closer? Is there still stuff we need to do? What is the final thing that needs to happen before we can start actively looking for a place to move? But I know that parts of West Virginia, like for instance, Beauty, Kentucky, is 4 hours away. But West Virginia, depending on where we move, what if it's more than 4 hours away? I'm not, I'm going to probably start coming down on weekends and stuff a lot because I want to be here for Mom. I want to do this for Mom because I feel like I'm trying to make up for a lot of time that's been lost, that other things have happened. Life happens. Atrocities happen. Traumas happen. This, that, and the other. Just living, just getting through a day and not blowing your damn brains out.
It's not easy, I'll tell you.
She feels like really lonely. I can understand that. She's worried about her sister, Carol, because she hasn't been able to get a hold of her. She only has the one number for Carol. So she's afraid that Carol is either dead, God's forbid, I hope that's not the issue, or she's in the hospital again. I think, and I'm crossing my fingers,
make a circle.
I think that jerk that she was having come over there, that foreign SOB, that nobody liked. Maria didn't like him. I've never liked him. Chris don't like him. He's an asshole, okay? This son of a bitch robbed her blind. She gave him access to her bank account. How fucking stupid can you be? Yeah. And he stole furniture from her. I don't even know what else he stole from her. And then, of course, there's the whole dick tease thing that, he used to do to her, which I think was very wrong. And she's not in the greatest of health. She don't have any of her kids coming over to help her. I sympathize with her situation, but I don't want her doing me the way she's always done. I go over there and bust my ass for her. I mop her floor in the kitchen. I clean up the puppy pads. I put down new ones. I help her when she wants to take a shower. I sit in there with her on the toilet, like a seat, close the lid and sit on it. I help her in and out of the tub if she needs it, if she's worried she might fall, because, she does fall a lot. And that second time that she sent me away because of that son of a bitch, I call him Ahmed, And I don't mean it in a respectful way in the least sense. Son of a bitch. So mom's worried about her. Mom's, trying not to worry about her, trying not to stress, trying not to think that, because thinking it strongly, you can actually manifest it and not even realize. I'm not saying that my mom's purposely trying to kill her sister. I know that's not the case at all. But when you stress your own self about it, you can actually help bring it about. So it's really hard to find the fine line between over stressing about it and thinking, no, she's fine. It's not easy to retrain your brain to do that. And I mean, I'm still working on it myself. I can't by no means say that I'm any kind of an expert or anything. Goodness, no. But I think she finally got rid of that asshole. Thank the gods. So if that is the case, then nobody's coming over there and helping her.
She has a friend Ernie that
But mom reminded me just now, she does have a neighbor like 2 or 3 doors down from her that's on the same side as the street as she is. I've never met the guy yet, but he's a COTA bus driver, so he probably works a lot of weird hours. And he goes and checks on her. He'll like bring her mail. He'll bring her like food stuff if she needs it. He'll bring her, liquid stuff if she needs it.
You're getting yourself wound up there.
No, I'm burping, Mom, from the soup and stuff earlier. She, her one dog, not the elder one of the two. Oh, I don't even remember the name. Nora. Yeah, she has this beautiful little white. Is there Pomeranians?
Similar, yeah.
Yeah, they're like Pomeranians. They're small, and they got the real pretty tails that curl up and have the pretty fringe on it, and they got the pretty floppy ears. Or no, sorry, their ears stick up. Some dogs they have the floppy ears, but theirs stick up. Nora loves me to death. The elder one loves me to death. Buddy, and what was the elder female she had?
The little brown ones. Kay got it, maybe dead now.
Oh no!
She got where she couldn't stand up on her legs. See, Kay must have did some kind of training because she has dogs down there, and whenever they need, whenever they need shots for something, Kay gets some shots. And she both of them. Now one of them, the older one, and I hated to see her go, but she was so old too. This one here, the last one, she had to go around. It was down in her leg, and she couldn't stand up. So Kay takes her down. Now Kay, she's a little bitch in one way, but she takes care of their animals. She gives them shots if they need them. She takes them and gets them checked or has a veterinarian and check them. So she has with a little round one like not even be around anymore.
Yeah.
She takes care of them, and she gives them shots. She takes care of them when they need medicine. She does do that. She had a deer around that she would take care of for a while, and she had to let it go into the wild.
So, anyway, once an animal like that, once their back end goes out and their legs go out on them, they're pretty much done.
Yeah.
You're actually, you're doing a humane thing by taking them and putting them to sleep.
Actually,
as hard as it is to do that, Damn it! I hate when my eyes start itching.
They had to have one here put to sleep too, but they saw that.
But anyway, her dog Buddy is a little bit bigger than Nora. He's beautiful, dark colored dog.
He's a Chihuahua mix.
He's a Chihuahua mix, and we don't know what else. I've never seen any of her puppies because the last thing I need to do is fall in love with one of them because we've got 4 cats that would not work.
Kay takes those and sells it for $100 and some dollars.
It's Kay sells the puppies, probably keeps all the money for herself. That sounds like Kay. Kay's one of her daughters. Dadgummit. Oh, and I don't have any allergy pills. Anyway.
Your sister, 2 of them are about.
So her little brown one's most likely gone. It sounds like it to me. That leaves Nora and Buddy.
That's all she has now.
And I don't know how many puppies Nora had, and because of the mix that Buddy is, I don't know what mix that makes the dogs. So they're not purebreds, by no means, but apparently you can get, did you say 150 a dog? A puppy? You can get 150 a puppy. And that I don't know what that is converted to your money, but that's a lot.
She has her, I think she had about 5. First one, I think she had 2, and then she had 3. I don't know whether she's had any more or not. So,
but those dogs loved me to death. Those dogs loved Maria. They loved Chris. I would when I was over there, visiting with Carol and doing different things for her, just like I'm trying to do over here for Mom. She only get this. Are you ready for this one? She only gave me $20 each time. I did several loads of clothes a day, washed them, dried them, folded them, put them away. She's got an entire metal shelf that has several shelves down in her basement right across from her washer and dryer that are full of her clean clothes. And she probably hasn't even, because she won't go downstairs. She don't like going down steps very much because, like I said, she does have a tendency to fall a lot. I had to throw away. I couldn't even tell you how much, what the monetary value was of the clothes that I had to throw away that sat down there on her basement floor with black mold on them. They were slimy to the touch. And when you're down there, up and down those steps and whatever, the last thing you want to do is kick that shit up, because you breathe that in, you're dead. Black mold's the worst. It will kill you. So I threw a bunch of her clothes away, and I just didn't even say nothing to her. I mean, an entire garbage bag full. She's a type of hoarder that I'm not sure like what category to put it under, because I think there's like different types of hoarders. She has, that girl is sitting on so much money, it ain't funny.
Hers is sending away, getting things. Her and Jarvis both did it.
Shopaholics.
The one upstairs, she has a one room full of boxes that she don't even know what's in them.
Yep.
She has some of the stuff out in the garage. She doesn't know what all out there.
Yep. Exactly. So anyway, I would do endless loads of clothes for her. I was up and down the steps, which killed my back, even though the steps were carpeted. There's a downstairs area. Her basement has 3 rooms, girlfriend. 3 rooms. Okay? She's got the laundry room, which is, it's not very heavy. I'll get you some, Mom. Hang on, because I don't even think he's in here. I don't.
Well, he's
okay.
You don't have to do it.
There's a little miniature bathroom down there that she had specially built for this ex-boyfriend of hers that used to live there with her, Rick. His name was Rick. And so the laundry room and the other room is, they're kind of joined, like there's no door separating them, but the little bathroom area you literally have to step up into to get it. There's a sink in there, there's the toilet, and then there's like, one of those old time little cabinet things that you can put like shampoo and soap and stuff like that in. She's got 3 bedrooms upstairs. The biggest of the 3 is full of porcelain dolls, full of collector dolls that I don't even want to know the monetary value of even one of them. Because some of these dolls are so big, they take up the whole damn bed. And
she got dolls that big?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Mom, she's got dolls in there that would be the size almost of a teenager.
Oh, I didn't even know she had them that.
She's got boxes upon boxes upon boxes of other collectibles. She don't even know what she has. Okay? She buys this stuff, her and Jarvis. He was the last guy that was there with her. But she owns the house. So the only way anybody else is getting it is if either she don't assign it to somebody in a will, if she even has one, and she does pass on, or the state gets it, or I don't know. God forbid one of her kids would get it because they wouldn't appreciate it. They would destroy it. And I guarantee you, the first thing they would do is they would clean that place out and sell those items just to get the damn money.
Yeah.
And these are her kids, Brooke. These are her kids. They have literally robbed her blind more than once. And it's like, So Chris would go over there and mow her grass, front and back. With his breathing issues, that's not easily done. She also has a 2-car garage that is also full of collectibles that are worth money and other tools, grills, power tools, the big tool chest thingies that are on wheels, so you can move them around the shop. Okay. She's got I think the doll room, which I call the doll museum. The bed is a water bed, isn't it?
No, I don't think so. It might be, but the one big room, she has dolls in there, but she also has a second room and she sleeps in.
I know, Mom.
I
know.
I don't know.
She's
what kind of stuff she had. I really don't.
Oh my God. One of the things that I found down in her basement, and it was more just a curiosity thing, because in my opinion, if you're going to invest the kind of money that she has invested in all the collectibles that she currently possesses,
you got a lot of them.
What the hell is the purpose of having something like that and it just sits around in its original box forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever? You might as well sell the damn thing or give it away as Christmas. Oh my God, she's got so much stuff. She could do Christmas for 2 or 3 families or more. Okay.
She don't know what's in the box.
She don't know what she has. She's got that much. The medium size of the 3 bedrooms is the one that she chose as her bedroom.
That's where she's sleeping now.
She's got a stereo system in the doll room, which I would have made my room. There's shit on the floor. There's not a clean surface in the place. She's got collectibles. You might as well say falling out of the closet. Okay. The bed you could fit 2 people on easily. I get the feeling it's a water bed, but I don't know because I've never really sat down on it or anything. But one of the dolls she has is one of those bed dolls that, the doll maybe, I guess it depends on where you get it and all this, but the doll, the dress is made with so much material that it's designed to fan out, and you can literally sit her up in the center of the bed with the dress fanned out around her. She has a stereo system in there that if I was to take a picture of it with my phone, which I would not do unless I told her, look, I'm just curious how much this thing's worth, because that looks like a nice system. That doesn't mean I'm going to steal it or any shit like that. I'm just curious, because the way the stereo system is she never uses it. Those giant like jewelry armoires that you can literally lock. She's got one of those down in the living room. There's doors on either side you can open. You can hang necklaces in, bracelets, that kind of thing. There's like several drawers you can pull out and put smaller stuff in. The stereo system is the height of one of those jewelry armoires or taller. And I'm not a techno like Chris, but when I look at that stereo system, I can just imagine how valuable that thing is right now. I would feed her dogs. I would water her dogs. I would let them out when they would go out. She even let me set up an altar out there. I did a family shrine to our family ancestors. It was basically like a circle design. Imagine, the handheld mirrors that are round. It was kind of like that shape, because I did it with bricks. I did it in a corner of part of the backmost part of her backyard. Okay. Behind her garage is a fire pit, never gets used. It's got stuff sitting there that's so old you could probably crumble it apart. And there's a gate that you can literally open, walk through it, and there's a little creek, and there's a little tunnel, and there used to be railroad tracks above it, but those have been taken out. But there's a nice little nature area up there, so you can just go out the backyard, go explore, and you're right there. Her backyard, let's see, her backyard would make at least 4 of the little backyard sections in the back of our building. 4 of those. Okay. She's got a nice paved driveway. She's got a gate, so you can open the gate. You can drive the car in. She's got a Princess Diana doll, the size of a Barbie. Okay. Looks just like her. And the doll is wearing the wedding dress that Princess Diana wore in when she got married. When I saw that doll, I almost cried because I would love to have it, because you will probably never find another one in the world. Nowhere.
One of the kind are an antique.
She has a covered little area out back. She had patio furniture, which that Ahmed bastard stole 2 of her chairs that went to this patio set. And that patio set, she told me one time, she said that patio set, I think she said it was over $600 or some crap. It was very, very, very expensive. She paid to let Ahmed go spend, what was it, a week with his family, wherever they're living. And she paid for that out of her pocket. He would come in there and suggest her to do something, boss her around, and she's like, whatever you tell me to do, I'll do. And I wanted to slap her. Like, Carol, what the flippity flop is wrong with you? You don't let a man control you like that. Are you nuts? And he did. He got off on it. I guarantee it. That son of a bitch would get all turned on over there dick teasing Carol and then go home and fuck his bitch. Tell me that ain't some fucked up shit. Okay? And it's like, Carol, honey, I love you. I really, really do. I try to understand, but you scare me. And to make matters worse, she's a Gemini. She's 84 now?
Yeah, man.
She's 84. Okay? 84.
16th,
May 16th is her birthday?
May 16th, I think she just turned 84.
I'll have to see what makes a Gemini, because I don't know the dates. But anyway, she's a Gemini, I'm pretty sure. And she still wants to have sex. And she's 83.
84 now.
84, sorry. But I would go over there and she's like, she pretty much told me, she said, whatever you want to do, Janet, do. And I'm like, what? Really? Okay, so I was going over there 3 times a week, and she paid me $20 each time. I never said anything, because a big part of the reason why I did it is it was a labor of love. Even though I'm just her niece, I'm still family, and I'm more of a daughter to her than any of hers have ever been.
Shayna's the only one that showed any interest in it.
She paid, what was it? Didn't she pay like
in June, excuse me, but in June 16th.
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure she's like a Gemini. But anyway, didn't she pay, was it, I forget how much she paid for Shayna's dress when Shayna got married?
Yeah, she had her, well, Glenda should have done that, but Carol had her dressed especially young, because Shayna's a big girl.
Yeah.
And she had her wedding dress done for Shayna, and she kind of literally paid for Shayna's attire for her wedding that she had. But it was her mom and dad's responsibility.
Yeah, they were supposed to do that.
Carol,
and Shayna's own mother and father wouldn't get her dress. Carol got it for her. And that tears me up. That breaks my heart right there.
Then
That
the guy, he up and walks out on her, said, don't want to be married to you anymore. Treated her badly and then just walked out.
what?
Single.
Shayna?
You know, her husband, she was married, but he up and walked
Oh my
out.
God.
So he didn't want to be married to her anymore.
That is so messed up.
Yeah, because Shayna,
That is so
she's
messed
always been Carol's favorite because of the rest of them that never showed up. They were done before.
I would like one of the things I remember, Carol, she gets the Meals on Wheels. And her refrigerator was literally loaded with Meals on Wheels that would sit there and have to constantly be thrown out because she wasn't hard to eat. I spent the night there a few times, and one time, yeah, I spent the night there, yeah. And she has a bed downstairs in the living room. She also has the bed that she sleeps in upstairs. The bed downstairs is, I mean, with me being as big as I am, yeah, I mean, one person can fit comfortably on it. But one of the things I found there one time was, what was it? Was it the number 3? I think it had to do with the number 3 car in the NASCAR, the one that died, Senior. What's his name? Yeah. Senior. Okay. He died in a fatal car crash on the track one time. Dale Earnhardt. So anyway, this was just mind you, just one of 1, 2, 3, basically 5 rooms in the entire house full of collectibles. This is just one item from one of those rooms, and it was the one that was down there, that's connected with the laundry room. It was a collectible. It was the cab part of the truck was about that big, and then it had the bed, and it said number 3. And I thought, oh, this is so nice, because I know the history of Dale Earnhardt Sr. being killed and all this. So number 3 stuff, number 3 NASCAR stuff is going to be extremely valuable, right? So I just to be nice, okay? And this was just one item. Just to be nice, I took it upstairs and I decided to display it on one of the tables that she had. She got upset. I'm like, in my head, I'm going, why? You make it sound like, it's like 1 minute you're telling me to do what I want to do, and then when I do those things, you get pissed at me? That don't work. I don't know if it's still sitting there. I don't know if she put it back up. She's like, you didn't throw the box away, I hope. No, why would I do that? I was just simply thought it would be nice for her to be able to enjoy it. Yeah, exactly. Oh, you think that's bad? Oh, honey, that's nothing compared to what she did to me one time.
No, you get yourself all right.
I went over there. I'm pretty sure it was one of the times that I spent the night, and the Ahmed asshole. He ordered pizza because he was pizza delivery driver. Okay, he ordered a pizza and brought it to her. Asked her what she wanted on it, and she said what she wanted on it. And I figured, it's Carol's choice. It's her house, So whatever type of pizza, as long as it didn't have like hot peppers or something on it, and it wasn't too spicy, then I could eat it. No problem. No, I didn't cut my hair. I just have it up. So we were sitting in the kitchen, her and I, enjoying the pizza. And I thought that it was, well-deserved considering how much I was constantly busting my ass for her, only to get $20 each time I did. And I was sitting in the living room. She didn't know that I was in the living room. She didn't know that I was hearing the entire conversation, more or less, bits and pieces of it anyway, that was taking place with Ahmed upstairs in her bedroom. She called me greedy. She said that she didn't like greedy people. And she said that she didn't get much of the pizza, which is bullshit. It's not like I ate half the damn pizza, okay? She called me greedy. She said, I don't like greedy people. And my heart went,
What does she think she is, huh?
and I was like, oh, no, you didn't. You did not. I didn't. She doesn't know. She doesn't know that I heard that. She does not know that I heard that. And I was like, no, she did not just say that. Yeah, exactly. And so after that, I said, you know what? From now on, I'll bring my own damn food. I don't care if she's got cupboards full of canned goods and different things and whatever, and she tells me to help myself. Oh, hell no. Not if she's going to say that shit about me later.
Well, she's the one greedy.
I get worked up because it hurts me that deeply. You know, I have done more for her than any of her kids ever will, and I was doing it for $20 a day. I mean, I would go over there for several hours. I spent the night with her over there so she wouldn't be alone. You know, I had some decent conversations with her even at times, you know, and she would just be so loving and kind and everything. And I really miss this, honey. I'm so glad that you came over and blah, blah, blah. And then she says that. I'm like, you bitch. Why am I still sitting here? I should have, at that point, I should have just got my shit, got in the car, and went home. Yeah, ungrateful, unappreciative, she didn't appreciate none of it. So do you see why I stopped doing it?
Now, why don't you talk about how her kids are doing now?
I will. I mean, you know, when this much time passes between, you know, being able, because she's so busy and stuff, being able to talk to her and everything this way, Mom, you know, I feel like I have a lot to catch up on. So I'm trying to catch up, you know, with different things that are related, you know.
You're getting rid of a lot of stress too.
And she's like, I would have as well. She would have done the same thing. No, it's not so much stress, Mom, as it's more, it's just disbelief. You know, disbelief that she could be that way after all I've done for her. And you see why I don't want to go back over there? It's not that I don't care about my aunt. Of course I do.
She might not be with us anymore.
You know, and I hope she's not dead, but you're right. I mean, who knows how long it'll be before anybody even bothers to tell us.
Unless she calls me. So I want to know whether she's... Now, there's a possibility, and she told Kenny, I think that was his name, no, Ernie, that she's not doing very much. He may have taken her somewhere, or she might have had Annabelle to come up and get her. Annabelle will take her down there in the hills sometime. Treats her better than Carol does. I mean, Kay does. I won't know until somebody calls me, and the only time we ever find out anything, she's in the hospital. It's they call the hospital. And I called that number. Last time I told her I was trying to get a car so I could bring her over and let her through the house. We haven't had any luck with that.
But like I said, you know, that's just the tip of the iceberg. But
she's always treated me anyway,
yeah, and this is no, you still have Cinda, right? Cinda and Carol are like the only sisters you have left, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because wasn't it Sue was one of them that died?
Yeah, she was all alcohol and smoking was
was her undoing.
Bobby, he's gone too. There was Cindy, Sue, and Bobby.
Okay.
Bobby had passed away, I guess.
Yep.
Sue passed away a long time ago for too much alcohol and cigarettes. Cindy don't do that kind of stuff. She's had her time in and out of the hospital. Hopefully she's back in San Francisco because she said stopped there and she's getting too hot. She said she was going back to San Francisco.
Yeah. But my eyes keep watering because of the fan and my allergies. It's always this right eye. Sometimes it just goes on an itch fit on me. So I mean, all things considered, you know, what I just shared with you is some of the crap she's done. She sent me away 2 different times, and I even told Mom this. I said there won't be a third. She's not going to do this to me again. But then one of the most recent that we know of, she was in the hospital, and Mom told me about it, and Mom was like almost to the point of crying because she was really scared for her sister. And, so I called her. I found out where she was. I found out she was at St. Anne's. And I actually talked to Carol on the phone. I told her who I was and everything. I told every time I would call in to check on her, I told whoever answered, whatever nurse or whatever, that I was her niece. And I gave them my name and everything. And, so they knew that I wasn't just some weirdo, trying to find out something so they could use it to their advantage.
But remember that she's Annabelle or not, because she says that she doesn't like to stay away from her dogs too long. So I don't remember that she's Annabelle. Kay takes her down there, but she has to sleep on the couch. One time she was down there, she got up the next day in case there was a snake in her room on the couch.
Oh, Lord.
When they're down in the country.
That'd be terrifying.
Kay's down in the country. They have a pig, a bunch of stuff. She's kind of a country girl, and there's dogs is what she takes care of.
But anyway, when I talked to her, I said, Carol, because I told her, I reminded her. I said, Carol, you sent me away twice. And she's like, I didn't mean to, and blah, blah, blah. And I said, if, I did not promise or guarantee. I said, if I decide to start coming over again, or I come over even just to check on her, don't send me away again. I said, because if you do it a third time, Carol, don't ask for my help anymore, because you're hurting me, and I'm just trying to help you.
Well, look at what she's done to me so many
times. Yeah, and how badly she's hurt her own sister, my mom, Well, I finally almost got this red rolled. Once the red's done, then I'll be able to do the white. Yeah, I'd say it's about the size of a bowling ball right now. But that's why I have to wind it the way I am on my knee, because it's kind of hard to hold this thing up and keep winding it. Because, my hands aren't that big. Oh, and get this. Are you ready for this one? You're going to love this one. This is good. Don't worry. It's positive. Yeah, I wonder if I could actually knock down some pins with this. It's got, I don't know if it has enough weight that it would actually knock them down. It'd probably roll right up to them and stop. Oh my gosh. Okay. In December this year, on Yule of all days, I'm like, oh man, Maria is spending 2 weeks in New York with her sister. So guess what Janet's going to be doing for 2 weeks? Janet's going to be smiling. Janet's going to be happy. Janet's going to be doing all kinds of fun stuff because I'm going to have her entire apartment to myself for 2 weeks. Yay, go Janet.
She's got all kinds of food down there.
But yeah, because I'm going to house sit for her, and take care of the animals, take care of her kitties and stuff while she's gone. And guess what? I get to sleep in the bed that she never sleeps in. Yeah. Yeah. I know she's a little, on the one hand, she's anxious and everything to go, but then she's a little, scared, which is understandable because of all the drama that goes on there every day. She said if they start, because they fight. I mean, Anna and her kids kids, which is Anna's grandkids. Anna loves her grandkids. She loves her kids, but there's some not so fun, bad stuff that's happened there as well, that her kids have treated her very similar to the way Carol treats Mom and the way she's treated me and the way her own kids treat her.
Her own kids don't want nothing to do with them because she was always mean to them.
Yeah. Yep.
Kay's the one, she broke She went into the bank and got her card and
Yeah, she got Carol's card and stole what, several thousand or something?
$400 worth of makeup.
$400 worth of makeup she bought, Kay, and stole it from her mom, from Carol. $400 worth of makeup. Yeah. That is definitely Kay. That is definitely a Kay move.
Believe it or not, she managed to eating a bottle one time, too. Pam used to be a photographer for her in school. I thought Jim was going to eat before he had to go.
Yeah. Anyway.
He hasn't made a sound in there.
So I've never been so anxious for December 21st to get here in my life. It'll give me a break from Chris. But, you know, it's not like I'm necessarily going to go down there and just spend the entire day down there. What I try to do in a situation like that when I'm house sitting for her is, you know, I try to equalize the day. Like I'll try to spend half of the day down there and then half the day upstairs so my animals don't feel like I'm neglecting them or, you know, I've left them or something like that.
I think I'll take another one and use my back just a little bit.
Come on, Yarn, please don't fight with me.
I wanted so much to bring her over here because I think she would like it.
Yeah, Mom, she wanted to bring Carol over here so Carol could see the house and, you know, just to have somebody to visit with, you know.
And that's why I mentioned something about her come over for one weekend, but she said she didn't like to be away from her dogs, but apparently there's something going on because she didn't answer the phone. She's been sick all of her life. I think she may have been a premature baby because they said she was so tiny they carried her down on a pillow.
Yeah, she was also a preemie when she was born, Carol, because Mom said that she was so tiny they had to literally carry her around on a pillow. Oh wait.
Well, when you don't have hospital people who help you with delivery, you don't have food, your body to take care of it.
Well, at least I caught myself and stopped.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
This will make things so much easier.
What?
I started to wind the white into the red as well because the green is the bottom, the one that I started unwinding first because that's the one I stopped with. But Mom wants red and black. So in order to do that, you know, I was like, wait a minute, I better not roll this white, you know, onto here because then I'm because I want to be able to just, you know, do the red and black pouch for her phone. So this white, the yarn that's left now, it won't take me no time at all to get that rolled. My escape and part of how I've been trying to keep myself sane and help me to get through the day. I'm gonna put this in here until I get the white. Okay, this is the that's bigger than my head. Or I've been disappearing into Avakin every day. And not just my one account, but both of them. Which I have one account on my phone. And then the other one on my Chromebook here. And the reason I did that was even if I, you know, don't always feel like carrying my Chromebook somewhere, I can at least play the one account on the phone. But it kills my battery. It messes up a lot still. It freezes a lot. And I wish you could see all the rooms I have now, girl. You'd love them. Especially the icon jungle room that I have on there now. Oh my God. To be able to live in a place that beautiful would just be phenomenal. It's stunning. And I've got a lot more pets, a lot more petkins. I finally ended up calling the one you got me that I named after you. I ended up calling her Bast Brook because it's still your name, but it's honoring Bast as well because it's an Egyptian cat. Yeah, I've got, let's see, how many rooms do I have on there? 16 or somewhere around there. I don't know. I know it's a lot. Another reason why I decided to do two accounts was I do have some friends on there, and it's like people are constantly friend requesting me and stuff on there. I just went ahead and I don't take it wrong. If you ever decide to get back on there sometime, I hope that you keep your Luna Witch. I don't know if the account will freeze up if you haven't played it in a while, but if you do just get on there and you have to change the name and you lose it, just let me know what the new name is so I'll know it's you. But I unfriended you and I unfriended my friend Chartara because she stopped playing too, and I know probably a lot of the reason for that is just the stuff that's going on at home that her husband is doing that's not any better, than it ever has been. He's still talking to younger girls. She feels like he's cheating on her. He treats her like shit. He always has. And I even did a couple of spell bottles for her that originally I was gonna send to her because I have her home address and everything, but I can't even afford to do that because every dime, nickel, and penny and dollar that I have, I try to make it stretch as long as I can because otherwise I'm always broke. So yeah, that's how I get myself through a lot of days. Is that way I can just pretty much tune Chris out. And even though he's sitting right next to me on the couch playing a game of his own on his phone, then it's like he's not there. It's not like conversation takes place between us. He doesn't even try because he gets too absorbed in his game, just like I do. So, but we're still spending time together. Not the way I feel, couples should spend time together. It's like, how exactly are we spending time together when we're both, we're sitting right next to each other on the same couch, but we're both into a game and it's like the other's not even there. Got Mom a new bird. I can't remember if I told you or not. I think I did. Pansy, I think I might have sent you a picture of her. She seems to be doing real good with Buddy, Mom's pretty little boy. And they absolutely love it when Sissy brings them out because I got their cage sitting behind the computer here. And they love it. They get real quiet and they enjoy the sociality of being out here. They like to be out here with their people. They're very social creatures. I can feel them. I can hear them, and I know it's that witchly inner knowing that they want to be out here.
He doesn't even take time to eat.
I'm not surprised. But anyway, so, I just wanted to give you a recap on that. So don't take it wrong or anything. Like I said, if at some point in the future you decide to get on again or you can or you have the time, or just let me know if you end up having to do a different name. One of my accounts is Roy Campbell, the one that's on my phone. It's Roy Campbell. 12/22/96. Now the 12/22/96, of course, is Colin Brown's birthday. So even though I didn't name my avatar Colin Brown, but I did have one that I named that. My Roy Campbell, I've gotten his level up to, I forget what one. I've gotten a lot more rooms for him. And I seem to have the best luck with building up that account. But my point being that the reason why I made the other account is two things. For the times when the people that I actually know, like my newest friends, Sari and Kara. Sari is a 6-foot Russian chick, drop dead gorgeous, 22 years old. I've never seen a picture of her, but her avatar always looks absolutely stunning. She's a stripper, I guess, or something like that, or I don't know. She's always dressed very provocatively, but I mean, I have my sexy side too on there that I can do openly and not worry about people judging me. So during the times when my actual friends are not on, so I don't have to be on there alone, which just gets boring, I have my other account. And if I want to have a girls' day, because you can have a male and a female avatar in Avakin. I didn't know if you knew that, but I found that out one day. I was like, what's this about? So I clicked on it. It was the window that you go into when you change their clothes. You know how it has that apartment room in the background? I wish that thing would come available. If I could buy it, I would, because I love that room. You can actually pan the camera around, and there's more to it. I would love to have it. But it's basically a backdrop, and it also lets you know what friends are on. So if I want like a girls' day, then I will just have both of my avatars, and both of my accounts will be female. If I want to have a guy's day, same thing. A couple of bros hanging out. Huh?
You must have heard us talking about it. You didn't take time to eat.
I don't know. Well, that's on him. So, and I do it so I don't have to be on there alone. And I also do it to keep people from constantly asking me to date them.
What?
Yeah, on Avakin. There's always people asking me to date them.
Date them?
Date them, yes.
Why
Like,
not
date them
that?
on the game. I don't.
See, I don't date. I'm a married woman. I'm married.
So,
I've got 20
for
kids.
instance,
Get off my case.
If I am in my male Abby on my phone account, and then my female Abby on my Chrome account, then I can I had Sari and Kara convinced that Roy was a separate person from me until they started getting suspicious. They're like, okay, what's really going on here? So I finally broke down and told them. But I said, do me a favor. I said, let me have my fantasy. Let me have my dream guy or girl on here that's never going to hurt me, that's never going to do me wrong, that's never going to break my heart, and, just treat me like shit, okay? So it serves two major purposes. Friends when others are not on, so I got someone to hang out with, even though it's myself, Two, and I purposely do this, when I'm in a room or I'm in one of the social spots or something on there, I will have my Roy account and I'll have my Star Fairy account.
Can't see her.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she's there. There's Mom.
Hello.
You want to say hi?
What, can she see me?
Yeah, she can see you.
Oh, hi. This 91 years old lady.
Yep.
And I'm trying to get through that.
So
I'm trying to get through it.
To me, it's a sensible reason to have two accounts.
Oh, I didn't know that she could see us.
Oh, yeah, she can see us. We can't see her. We can't hear her.
Oh,
but the only way that she sent you 4 hearts. The only way that we can communicate is I have to, like she'll type, and then I can answer her verbally.
Good idea.
Yeah. So, to me, it's having two accounts is completely sensible. But yeah, I did change my name to Star Fairy 1969, just to let you know. That's my Chromebook account. And, so if you hear me talking about my Chrome account, then that's what I'm talking about. Or if you hear me talk about my Star, then that's the first part of the name. And if I'm my Roy account, then, of course, that's the one on my phone. And it works, by golly.
You know what?
It works. People have since stopped asking me to date them.
What I'm concerned about, if she didn't make up a will for Shayna, I told her, have you made out a will? You should make it out for Shayna. Otherwise, when you pick the bucket, the state's going to take everything you got. They'll sell everything that they can sell.
Yep.
And nobody.
And I don't even want to think what will happen to the house.
They'll take the house. They will take all of that. They'll furnish
Me
the house.
personally, I would like for the house to stay in the family. Because, and if she would give it to me in the will, I'd live there. And it would give me a place to live. So when we're in West Virginia, I could go to my own house if I wanted. You know?
Well, Chris got the idea if he moves there that we'd have to come down there for Christmas or something. But that won't happen because he don't get travel that.
Yeah, that's because, like I said, depending on where we end up moving, I have no idea how much of a drive it would even be just one way.
Next year, I think in May, if I'm available, if I'm still living, he wants to go down to see this one place where that airplane crashed, the 9/11 thing. And he said
that's roughly about the size of a tennis ball.
He would rent a car.
Uh-huh.
And I said, well, guess what? I said, we have to bring in a babysitter for the house and the birth.
Yeah.
Well, what about Janet? Said,
oh, yeah. I'll do it.
She have any place she wants to sleep?
Just let me know.
My bed or that one back there or whatever.
Oh, and I did spend the night here recently too, Brooke. And
I don't do it again.
Just something else I forgot to mention too, because forgive me for repeats because I don't remember a lot of stuff that I probably have mentioned before. But Stephanie did get her own place. Her and Kevin are together and they're getting married sometime in September. And I'm like, oh no, Stephanie, what are you doing? But I can't really say anything. It's her choice. It's her decision. So I don't, I just still try to be a sister to her as much as I can.
Just to say good luck.
Good luck. And that's what I do. It's like, I hope you guys make it, but I don't trust him. I will never trust him. Not truly. Because in the short few times that I have seen Kevin and I've been around him, it's hard to be around him because he's one of those that not only is he a black guy, but he's also a Capricorn, which makes it hard for me. And he shares Jim's birthday. So Kevin's birthday is January 12th, just like Jim's is.
I didn't know that.
Uh-huh. Yep.
I'm wondering if I would turn that stuff back on or let him heat it up. He didn't even take time to eat. He said he was going to make a circle. I said, well, the food's already done. He said, I know. He said, I got to make a complete circle and then I'll come back. And he said, no, I'm going to your stomach and I'll eat something.
What does he mean, make a circle?
He has to go to this place and that place.
Oh, okay.
He's got a couple of runnings to do and he's going to try to do it in a circle run.
Yeah, I'll probably, once I get this white rolled, I'll probably go in there and get me
Okay,
some.
I hear you up there. When we start talking, they decide to talk too.
But yeah, so I'm happy for Steph that at least she did get out. She got her own place. And
I still want to get a picture of me, see what my aging is looking like, and I can't tell. I don't know what I'm looking
Mom, she has her day room now. She turned the extra bedroom into her day room. And Stephanie left the bed in there. And oh my God, I have never, for the first time in 15 years, literally, I have slept really good on that bed. It's extremely comfortable. It fits me perfect. I didn't even bring my pillows and I was still fine because Mom's got 2 pillows in there and I was able to sleep on them just fine.
Yeah,
and then there was another one that I was able to use as a leg pillow. So I was fine.
Stephanie washed all that stuff up before she made up that bed, before she left here. She washed a lot of it up. She wasn't taking the bed. I was hoping she wouldn't.
I'm glad she didn't. So I was completely at peace here, completely at ease. I was able to do my Lunasaw ritual. I did an extensive, as you know, because you said you saw it. I did literally a 10 card of my dragon deck because I had my dragon deck with me, which I still do. It's in my book bag or my duffel bag here. And I still have my little travel kit here. So, I don't have to worry about bringing shampoo and cream rinse and body wash and toothbrush and toothpaste.
All you got to do is look around and find that stuff.
Yeah. So, yeah. And I found a lot of stuff for Mom in the cabinets in the hallway that she's like, what?
Those 2 bottles you found?
Yeah.
The one you said was lotion and soap? I remember where those came from. That is a Christmas present from your daughter, Alicia. A
Oh.
long time ago.
Oh wow.
One day I'll put the cream. I thought it was cream. I don't know which one it is. On my face. I thought it was supposed to be cream and lotion.
Yeah.
Or soft soap. Maybe that's what.
It's because I told you if you're talking about the one in there now, the
one that's hanging. It's in that
little metal thing. Yeah. It's lavender hand soap and thing of lotion that goes with it. And that's one of the things I found for Mom, and she's like, I didn't even know that was in there. I said, neither did I.
Got so much stuff, it's unbelievable.
But yeah, I mean, I was looking through the cabinets that day, that I spent the night and everything, and I was able to find a lot of stuff for her that.
Show her the pretty little girl.
Oh yeah, this is a very, very young picture of Alicia. She was, I don't even know how old she was there, but I love that picture of her. It's real pretty. Here's another cute one. Her in her little, like princess dress. But yeah, Mom's, I had the weirdest dream about Alicia too. And I think I know kind of what it means, or subconsciously I've been mulling it over today.
This is the one that Linda gave me.
Yeah. That
only 2 cards. Like, oh.
Well, you're still, you still got one coming from me. I just don't know when I'm gonna, remember to bring it or whatever, Mom. But I will. I still want to bring her some flowers. I'm gonna get her one of the little $5 bundles. Try to pick, like a multicolored one, multi-flowers. And Jim got her flowers and got her a card.
He cut some grass to get the money to get that.
But
I was around looking through the pictures and ran across the picture of.
Had to pause for a minute because my brain gets so scattered.
Yeah, you get all riled up. That's why.
No, I'm not riled up now. I'm talking normal.
You got rid of a whole lot.
Oh, the dream of Alicia. Tell me what you think, Brooke. Ow! My freaking eye will stop itching.
I had one about you and me. I'm a young man. Young boy.
Let's see. What was I don't know if I'm trying to remember it in the right order. During part of it, I don't know what happened or anything, but in the dream, mind you, because you got to think dream symbology here, and that's what my subconscious is mulling over. But she was something had caused her to go into a coma, which scared the shit out of me. Because I'm like, oh my God, please tell me I'm not about to get a phone call from some doctor telling me my daughter's in a coma. I would lose it. Symbology though, not literal, symbology. So I'm thinking, okay, let's break this down. Like, what could that symbolize? Okay, usually what causes a person to go into a coma is an injury that they sustain in a literal sense that messes them up so badly that it's like going into what I call a Snow White sleep. But she woke up from the coma in the dream. And then there was one part of it, there was some kind of party about to happen. I don't know what kind of, if we were in a house, if we were in a social spot, I really don't know. In dreams, it's hard to determine because bits and pieces of it might look like a house, something you'd see in a house, but then you walk through a door and you walk out into a plaza. So I'm like, wait a minute, I thought that was a bedroom. How did it become a plaza? But she woke up from the coma. There was a party about to happen. She had a bunch of little black dots all over her face. So I'm like, oh God, please tell me she didn't she could be having acne issues because I know she has acne issues. I can relate. Mine seemed to be more centered around like the sides of my face instead of like literally pockmarked everywhere. And she wanted my permission, I guess. to invite a certain person that she wasn't sure I was going to be okay with inviting. And before she could get out who the person was, I said, Josh, and shook my head. And she just kind of looked at me like, how did you know? And then she stopped herself. And I'm like, in my head, even in the dream, I'm like, it's a witch thing. I just knew that's who the person you were about to name. Josh Courtney, of course, would have been that person. And I was like, yeah, that's fine, as long as he behaves himself. But then this is another one that alarmed me. She went off into another room. I was doing something else in a different area. And I don't know if I was cleaning or what I was doing, but I heard her crying. I heard her arguing with somebody. She came out, her entire face was beet red, and somebody had literally smacked her. And in the dream, I very distinctly heard that it was an uncle of hers, and I'm like, what is this really all about? What is going on? So needless to say, this is where it gets weird, of course, is I got a hold of the son of a bitch and proceeded to strangle him. But he wasn't human. Like, it was almost like he had turned into something the consistency of a humanoid, but he was made of jello or a jelly kind of. Don't ask me. I'm still trying to figure this one out. I'm trying to sort it. But so in a symbolic sense, coma could be something that is deep within her, that is taking up a lot of her mind, that she could have a lot on her mind. She could be exhausted a lot, I'm sure, because she does travel a lot. She could be still having trouble sleeping. But the uncle striking her, oh boy. I literally ended up waking up and heard myself in the dream saying, you touch my kid, I will fucking kill you. And I woke up and I went, wait a minute, I cannot believe I just heard myself say that. So I came out of the dream and I was still speaking as if I was in the dream. So coma, party, Josh, uncle, and then there was this other weird creature that was made of the same consistency of the son of a bitch I strangled. But it was it wasn't an octopus. It had I don't know, it had some kind of center, but it had many arms. And whatever this creature was, it was very dangerous. And I remember distinctly the color was green, kind of like slime. If you know the slime that you can buy in the store, it was that consistency. And it kept wrapping itself around my, what?
Did you have a dream about something? Have watched a movie or something like that?
No. But this thing it kept wrapping itself around my arm. And I kept pulling it off and then it would reattach. I kept pulling it off, it would reattach. So some weird person in the dream, I say weird person because I don't know this person. It's a dream person, so they might not actually exist. They said, throw it under the bridge to kill it. So somehow I materialize under a bridge and I throw it under this bridge and it's night and I'm outside and it kills it. Yeah, very freaky. Don't ask me. Like I said, I have no clue.
Well, the one I had about you and me and a young boy. This young boy, he was watching, Star Wars. And he said, I got a little, some kind of a thing, what is it? A little love mark. And he was talking to me about it, and then he went something like this. And then the next thing I know, he's walking over to you, and I don't know why he said you, and it woke me up. He was a young boy. I don't know who that boy was, but
okay.
There he was.
Oh, yeah, freaky dreams. Yep, we're all about freaky dreams. I have enough of them.
Oh, I had one here not too long ago. This young girl, she said, in my bed, she said, scoot over so I, lay down too. And I said, well, it's not big enough for that. She said, well, we slept this way before. So I opened up my eyes and looked. There's a second body on the other side of me.
Oh, boy. Yeah, freaky.
And then the other night, There was some young ladies, a couple of them, going down the hallway, and one of them saw the birds. Says, "Oh, look at those little birdies! They're so cute!" And walked right on up and go all the way out the back. So you tell me about funny dreams.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's not uncommon for me and Mom to have weird dreams.
What they represent.
Like I said, you gotta learn the symbology.
Yeah.
Because
That's what I had. That was my occult book. I found in the back of it. It'll explain all of those dreams and what they mean.
Yeah. Mom showed me one of her dream books that she has.
Yeah,
So I gotta get the title of it and everything and the name of the author, write it down so I can get a copy of it myself.
I got the occult book back there too.
Because I have a dream deck. I have a dream deck. It's at home and I never use it, but it's about symbology.
Don't you have a big? What's that big book we got from Sam that got all the birthday books?
That's birthday book.
Yeah, those are nice. I still got my big one back there. It tells you things about yourself that's turned out to be the right way too.
Yep. It's definitely right on the money. It's right at point. On point of. Yeah, that's me. All right.
Tells you who your birthday with. Who else got a birthday?
Yeah, famous people that you share a birthday with. I know. I love that book.
But I lost the cover off of mine. I don't know what happened to it. It's just a plain red book now, but I lost the cover off of it. But I had some. Well, that one time I had a panic attack. Well, I felt like somebody had picked me up and just dropped me on my bed. I woke up, I couldn't figure out. I must have been really out of it when I had to move out of that house over there.
You were. You went through a lot of trauma there, Mom. And not just the son of a bitch driving into the middle of the living room either.
But anyway,
Mom had a lot of bad episodes with like bad spirits there and stuff.
I was having them here for a while. I only had one. And I appreciate the young man. I don't know where he was. But I said, I will pray for you, but please don't do voicing.
Yeah.
And that's the one that I'll not forget. And he said, well, thank you, ma'am. I could almost see he had a little hat or a little jacket on. Which makes me wonder, one of either it was Jim's or Jean's brother or my little brother who passed away. But I thought, he said, thank you, ma'am. I said, the young boy probably died before his time, and he became a well-balanced home, because otherwise he wouldn't have got that kind of word from the dad.
Yeah, he wouldn't have had manners.
So I've had a few, but some of them I wouldn't even state. People say, well, you're crazy, you didn't think about that. Maybe I would be, but some of them makes you wonder about them. But dreams are not always what they represent.
Yeah, it's the size of a melon now. My ball of yarn here. Oh, gosh.
I think it's the occult book's got this story in there where these people, they said a house on the hill. A house on the hill. And there was a couple that went up there to the house, looking through this little house on a hill. They saw a little opening in a piece of paper. And they pulled it away, kept pulling it away, and the house was made of gold blocks, gold bricks.
Wow.
And the voice said, house on the hill, a house on the hill. So that one was a strange one, too.
Yep.
What are you doing? Rolling another ball?
Yeah, I'm rolling the white separate from the red and the green because it made no sense to roll the white onto the red, because then I'd have to unroll it again so I could do the red and black pouch for you. So I'm doing the white ball separate.
I'll get all that stuff together and find a way to get it sold night and be able to do it out here.
Ow!
As far as I know, as for Halloween, we're supposed to be pretty.
Yeah, we're going to do trick-or-treating this year here at the new place, so that'll be interesting. I was telling Brooke we're going to do the, we're going to be handing out candy.
Jim said something about setting up the fire pit. So he said you can have a fire pit and everything out here. Anything you want, Mom, he says. Mom, that's what I call him. Anything you want, Mom, anything you want to do, it's yours to do.
Yep.
Whatever you want to do, it's yours. But the fire pit, he said you can have a fire pit, flowers, but I didn't get that done this year because I didn't have anyone to do it. Mr. Jim, but he has too many other things that the man has to do. He never gets a chance to help me. Oh, I don't want to.
Oh, really?
I want to hear you, noisy.
The birds are chirping at us.
Police say witnesses told that when the suspects approached Smith, he yelled, "Just take it," before at least 13 shots were fired. Those three suspects got in a car and drove away. Smith was pronounced dead at the scene. McClendon will remain in juvenile detention. His release was denied until his next court date is scheduled for Monday.
The traffic accident Tuesday night on the west side of Boston had a variety of wrangling cattle.
You'll have to put some in the microwave by the time he gets back. I thought he was going to eat before he took his circle trip. He must have gotten mad at me or something.
Well, you know what, Mom? I look at it this way. It's karma. If he did hear something we were saying that wasn't so flattering about him, it's simple truth. And I think we both owe it to ourselves that he knows how we really feel about the way he is not. He's disappointing us. He's disappointing you. He's letting us. He's letting us down because he's letting you down.
For one, I understand that because
Man,
he's trying to make it. And Toby's supposed to supposedly was going to cut down on our rent, something like that. I don't know. He was going to help us out. He gets paid for a lot of it, though. But I still think he should think about the house a little more. But as soon as I get the chance, I want to get a hold of somebody.
Man, I hate when that
I don't have
happens.
to be in this place all by myself all the time. I can't expect you to come down here every day. To get somebody to come in here to visit. That's why
I had to break it. Yeah, but there's only like this much left. Oh, yeah, I don't know. It might be. Let me see.
But he's trying to get
Too short.
to go in the church bus to
It's too short.
And
I'll find some way to use it. I was gonna use it to like get my hair out of my face, but because of the hair clip, it would like end up pressing the hair clip too hard into my head.
Well, you have a hair problem?
Well, yeah, because my bangs, see, this is how long they are, and they get down on my face and it bugs me. Yeah, it's about the size of a melon. I'd say at this point, probably a grapefruit, because I know those can get pretty big. I'm going to go get some of the Marzetti.
It's cold. Microwave.
I don't, Mom, you know me, I've already had something hot today. I don't need to necessarily put it in the microwave. I can eat it just whatever room temperature it is, and I'm fine. I don't have to have it piping hot. Especially with all that freaking, humidity outside and stuff, too.
Well, I got that for you. With you in mind, that's the reason I had him to get it. Yep. You're supposed to open up here. She got you on it too tight.
Oh my God!
First time, good time, huh?
Oh my God! I should be a chef. Jonny Marzetti. In my opinion, the way it should be made. Jonny Marzetti with shredded cheddar cheese in it. And it's the perfect temperature to eat too.
But the White House disagrees and says it will make the tax system fair.
Room temperature works just fine for me.
Oh, he'll just warm it up to the microwave. I know he didn't. I went in to check it. So he said he was trying to tell me he was making a complete circle. And he was talking to her, so he may not have heard. Oh, well, he'll remind me of it.
I heard him. I heard circle. I just didn't know what he meant by it because I didn't hear that part. I just heard circle.
He had different places to go, and he was just going to start in one place and end up coming around to making a circle out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Fixing that damn blaming air conditioner with that Dwayne.
This is phenomenal. This is really good.
But the White House insists the expansion is about making sure the wealth.
Well, you made the biggest part of it, girl.
And because me and Mom made it together, that's what really makes it good.
The bill cleared the Senate on
It's simply because we made it together.
House vote on Friday. Reporting in Washington, Rashawn Hudson. A series of explosions Tuesday at a key Russian airbase in occupied Crimea. A possible major
I was saying,
escalation
hi, Birdie.
in the
Right
ongoing
down in
war in
here.
Ukraine. Several explosions
Hi,
took
Birdie.
place
Right
and
down in here.
followed by plumes of black smoke from the Black Sea airbase. Russia has controlled the airbase since the Kremlin annexed the Crimean Peninsula from Ukraine. That was in 2014.
I'm sorry I can't give you a bite through the screen.
One person was killed in the explosions, which they claim.
But then if we could pull that off, I'd be tempted to pull you through the screen, pull you over here.
Officials have not publicly claimed responsibility for
And the boys too, if they wanted to come.
has hinted the base was hit by Ukrainian-fired long-range missiles.
Up next, a traveler flies to a destination wedding. She ends up in one city, her bag ends up in another. How to protect yourself from losing your luggage when flying. Jake?
And all accounts today in the immoderate.
Of course, I have a secret ingredient and that I put in it.
And be really back into the high category we headed for.
And nobody knows about.
As they fall a bit, coming up next.
It's the ultimate home triple bonus at Morris Home.
When you do something like Jonny Marzetti,
Plus 3 extra ways to save. X the time.
you know, you got to have
Or pick and
a certain amount of liquid,
plus 3.
but you don't want over much, right?
More. Morris Home.
So Mom just did the 1 can of the crushed tomatoes for this, basically the sauce. And when it was finally done, I could tell that it was, it could use a little bit more, but we really didn't want to, I didn't want to open like a can of sauce just to use a small amount of it. And then you got a bunch of sauce you got to figure out how to use in a quick amount of time so it don't go bad. I took some ketchup and squirted it in there and mixed it in.
Here, use this until you get ready to go home, and then it'll keep their hair out
Oh,
of your face.
thank you.
You just remember to give it to me. I had a
Yeah, I
purple
will.
one. I got the one over the purple.
Oh, look, I'm a flower child.
I had the purple
Peace.
one, but I don't know what happened to it.
Not war.
That'll keep
Oh,
the hair
yeah.
out of your face. It
That's
should.
much better. Now I look even weirder. Oh, well.
I had a purple one, but I can't find it. It must be in a pocket somewhere. You have one flower off of it. I used to put another flower in its place.
Yeah, because, this is one of the ways you can wear it, at least this way.
Well, you said you didn't like it.
It's keeping my hair out of my face, and you could also I could pull it all the way down and then do it that way too, but it's not pressing so hard on the clip that it's
I have
digging it
one
into
in
my
there.
head.
I got one back there. It's got one flower, but it's kind of like it.
Wow.
I don't know.
Now this is Jonny Marzetti. It's the weirdest doggone thing. My right eye keeps watering, my left eye's not watering at all.
I don't know where my purple one is. I ran out of my flowers. Snoopy took one of my flowers and took it and hid it somewhere under, and they were going to find it. I laid it down on my table where I was usually sitting, and one day it come up missing. And my purple one, I don't know where that one is. I have one back here. It's a white van, and it's got one flower on it. I figured that one would help keep your hair back.
One of the rooms on Avakin that I got them know you'd like, Brooke. I heard you, Mom. You know I like this kind of stuff too. I just haven't really bought any, but I have my hair clips, my little flower clips that I use a lot of times. I have a room on Avakin called Dark Heart Castle. It's got an outdoor balcony. You can't put any furniture or anything on. It has a dungeon. And there's a metal cage in the middle of the dungeon. And in that metal cage, the door's open, of course. In that metal cage is a white glowy circle. There's a throne room. There's a bedroom. Don't remember if there's a bathroom or not. Because some of the rooms, like, they will only have, like, it'll be basically, two rooms, and that's everything. I got a lot of rooms that are supposedly copies of places that you would see in London. Like one of them I bought recently for my other account, my Roy account. Excuse me, is let's see if I can remember the name of it correctly. London Docklands at night, I think, or something like that. And it's really cool. It's got this whole outdoor patio area that you can do pretty much, you can put a certain amount of things out there. I have one of the interesting petkins that I absolutely love, that any witch would absolutely love to have. I call it a tiger lamb snake bat. Its tail is a snake. It has bat wings. Half of it is a lamb. It's got a full lamb's head, and half of it is a tiger. And I named it, what did I name that one? Merlin. I combined the name Merlin and the name Jan and ran them together. Merlin. And I'm like, yeah, that's a name you're not going to see just anywhere. I've got 2 unicorns. I've got one. See, I've got Gaia, Lila. I think I've got like 4 or 5 fairies. And I love all my fairies, but among my favorites is a fairy witch. And that's the one I named Lila. And on the game, they're like about that high. They're typical, size for a fairy. I've got a raven. I've got a piglet. I've got a white bunny. I've got a couple cats. I've got a couple dogs. I've got a black wolf that I bought recently that has red eyes. That I had him in my Dark Heart Castle. I've got a venomous snake. He's real pretty. He's a bright green color. And that's just a handful of some of the pets I have on there now.
I tasted that. Tastes pretty good. I got it turned on low.
It's really good. Turned out really good. I've got a black horse. I've got a cabin. Some of the rooms. Gothic mansion. You'd love that one. It's really cool too. And when I had the money to do it with my last check, which I got on August 1st, Lunasaw, literally. And they have these special bundles and special offers, as you know, on Avakin. But if you don't buy them when they have them, you have no guarantee that they'll be there forever. I mean, I was very lucky to get this particular one. I loved it. It's a Gothic one. So I hear lately for the past, I don't know, several days, maybe a week by now. I don't know. I have the skin of my avatar, both of them, solid white. So Gothic, and also vampiric. Or you could say Vamp Goth for short. I hover if I'm not sitting down. But when I do make my avatar sit down, she sits down in a very kind of more like a stance that you would see a guy, which I don't like the way she sits down, but she sits down. She don't have her legs crossed or anything, She sits down more like a guy would, like her legs are slightly spread and she's got both of her hands on her knees. That part I don't like, but I deal with it. And when I lay her down on a bed, she lays like this. She's laying in a coffin. Some cool outfits that came with it, which I don't think I've worn any of them yet. I've got a really cool dress. Oh my God, the car that came with that. You can seat two people, and it is one of those. It's a convertible. It's black. And I can sit somebody in the driver's seat, which usually is going to be me, and then one other person in the passenger seat. I have a desert oasis that has a pool that you can swim in, and it has a house, and it has this little tent area outside that you can sit in, because I don't remember if that was one that you ever got to see or not. It's a daytime one, because they have a daytime version of it and a nighttime. I've got a red, white, and blue, like somebody took a flag and painted it on a car. It's a red, white, and blue convertible that I won in one of the mystery boxes, and I was like, yes! It's cool as heck. And I also have a classic car that you can fit between 4 and 6 avatars in. Let's see. I've got a nighttime Black Forest place and a daytime, well, I think it's daytime, but it's a rainy day. One of them's a rainy day. But the one I bought most recently, you would love. It's the same exact apartment, but it has a room that you go into that has a Christmas tree that if this thing was for real, you would not be able to have it in a house. You can sit in the room, but you can't put anything in it. And it's absolutely stunning to look at. You can go out on the back porch, and it's snowing. I bought a fireplace that has Christmas decorations on it, and a picture that is also a Christmas scene, and some presents. Because especially, having these high index hot days that we have, it's nice in your mind, at least, to go to that Black Forest Christmas and just in my avatar getup of being Gothic, I can stand out on the back porch. I was able to fit a table and 4 chairs because most of the time that's probably the biggest amount of people or avatars I'm going to have there. Sari, Kara, myself, and Roy, which is my other account. It's snowing. When you go out on the back porch, it's snowing. And there's another tree out there. But, the only, because I don't know if you noticed this, but when you have a room and you go into what they call furniture edit mode, you have to keep stuff within that blue graph. because if you go past that blue graph in some spots, it won't let you load the whatever you're trying to load. The porch is narrow, but it's kind of long. So the one end over here is where I have the table and chairs, and then the other is just empty. There's really no reason to have anything else there. It's absolutely beautiful. When you're sitting in the front room, it's a night scene, and you see 2 lit up white reindeer. So, like, if you're sitting in the one couch and then you pan the camera around, you can literally see the reindeer out the window. They don't move, but it's beautiful. You'd love it. Oh, really? Is that so? And what are you chirping about? You want what? Oh, now you're going to shut up. Okay, whatever. I have a neon clock tower room. Nighttime scene. And that has a ground floor and then 2 or 3 floors above it. I have a lamb. I have a tawny owl. I have a cheetah. I'm really having fun with it. You know, it's like it's a virtual life, and I know it's not real, but it's still it makes me happy. It gives me a creative outlet, because the biggest part of the fun for me is not only getting a cool room, but decorating it. I love the decorating.
Talking about that, Stephanie must have had it in her mind that Jim and her was going to have this space. I'll tell you what she said. She was sorry him sitting in here. She said, me and Grandpa's going to put this kind of curtain and this kind of brick up in my window. I said to my window? And I don't know. Jim said, well, it is pretty, whatever they were talking about. And then she's talking about putting this flower in and that flower in. He says, no, I'm taking them all over, literally the flower she wants to put in. So I think that she had the idea that.
Oh, sweetie, if you need to go, it's okay. I'm hearing your mom, but she said if she goes quiet, it's because she fell asleep.
Hmm?
She said if she goes quiet, it's because she fell asleep, because it's after 11 there. If you need to go, sweetie, you can go. It's okay. Don't worry. You're not going to miss anything, because you know me. I'll let it keep going until I'm tired. Yeah, it's 11 p.m. there.
Oh my God.
Because she's laying down. So she's laying down in bed watching it. But aside from my venting earlier, because that's what I call it, about Carol, you see how calm I am? You see how peaceful I am? It's because here feels more like home to me, and like my own home should feel, but will never feel as long as Chris is there.
6 o'clock already.
Yep.
I think the benefits, I think it was like when we were talking about you being out in the garage and upstairs all the time, and I'm by myself a lot. And that's basically all it was. I am that way. I guess that's back to Ruby now. She was over here twice. Joy didn't come over but once. But she has a whole house. She has a lot of kids. Large kids and grandkids and great-grandkids. And she had a couple weddings she had to go to too here a couple months back. And anyway, Mary's birthday was June the 13th. She should have been here. Carol's was June the 16th. I said May, but it was June that she was here. Cindy's birthday was May 23rd, as far as I remember. I was just a little girl when Cindy was born. I remember going to see her. I wasn't very old anyway.
I'm so much more at peace here. I can stretch out on the couch, which really helps my legs a lot, especially my knees.
That is true. But what's helping your leg and my body, what's your body and mine are feeling right now is stress really going away because you're opening up and let this stuff out. You get that out of your body. Which reminds me, I gotta go check I got it on a low, but I'm gonna make sure that it's not getting too hot.
Yeah, and don't let it get too dry either.
Well, he should have ate. He didn't. He said he was gonna eat, but he ready to come back.
I say just let him, have to heat it up in the microwave.
This is more of a, sure. It's more like good stuff. I think it's a little upset. I'm gonna say, well, you leave me in here day in and day out. Either you're upstairs or you're in the garage. And the only time I see him on weekends is Saturday night. And then I don't see him anymore until 12:30 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon Sunday. I mean, that's okay, but maybe I need to get some help with people visiting me once in a while.
So
now Lonnie back here, she'd like to have Ruby working with her again.
Before I do forget, I hope the boys are doing good. I don't mean to, go on about stuff, but you know me, like I said, a lot of times I'm just trying to play catch up because beyond our control, a lot of time passes in between, before we can actually get on here together like we was able to finally do today. And so you can kind of still be here, a little bit, even though it's virtual, you still can be here.
Yeah, it's probably a place you won't forget. Coming into this house. Boxes stacked up. It's probably one of those things that she'll never forget.
Dragon. Ow. Okay.
Yeah, the more that sits there,
forget what side I put it in.
It settles right
that
in.
One. Oh, excuse me.
Now he had to get something helping him trying to get that daggone air conditioner in. And it has, if you check, you can see it's got, what is it called?
What?
Something he can't get put a nail in. It's, I can't think of where it is. Each one of them has got it in there too. Each window has it. I can't think of the name of it right this minute.
Ow. I don't know if you know, but the boys are good. It was Oakley's birthday yesterday, and Hayden's is next Thursday. Oh, wow. Tell Oakley I said, happy birthday. I have to be careful how I sit.
You got this needle around. I'm having a hard time.
I just twisted it on the way it's supposed to be.
What it does, it connects itself to the time and you can't get it off, then it decides to let go.
Before you do fall asleep, sweetie, one of the dragons from this deck has a message for you. I don't know which one. Whatever one comes up.
But he never hardly ever gets a break because somebody always wants him to do something. Like Dwayne's a damn nuisance to me. Several times he's been in the hospital. Jim had to go over to upset to the dog inside and outside. Scott helps to do that too, but Dwayne's becoming a damn nuisance, I think. Everything he wants done, he called Jim or somebody.
What dragon wishes to speak to Brooke?
Is she going to sleep?
Well, I wanted to do this before she does, in case she does. What is your message for her today?
I wonder what my day's supposed to be.
Luna!
What's my day supposed to be?
Give me a minute. I gotta read hers first. I'll tell you. I meant to bring my Gaia deck and forgot. I finally did get me a Gaia deck, or what to me is a Gaia deck. One of my favorite cards in that deck is a sleeping fairy under a mushroom. Luna. Ooh, you got a galactic dragon. She's my nose stop itching.
How have you got that headband on? You got her holding your hair back?
Yes. I have it around my head this way, not like I normally wear it.
Oh.
And yes, it's keeping my hair out of my face.
I can't find the purple.
There you are. As her name suggests, Luna is connected to our moon and her phases. She is a mother figure, and due to her watery nature, she connects to emotions, creativity, and of course, water. Her arrival is a prompt to fully feel your emotions, particularly if you have been avoiding their messages. She urges you to examine them, own them, and release what you no longer need. She says, if you have been feeling overwhelmed, it is fine to ask for help. This is not a weakness, but an acknowledgement that you have been strong for too long on your own. A little self-care wouldn't go amiss either. You can only fully be who you want to be once you embrace and accept what you really feel. Only then can you truly transform. She urges us to follow our creativity and to revisit latent talents, whether they are musical, written, in the field of performing, and so on. She tells me these activities are good for the soul. You can lose yourself in the moment, become engrossed in a piece of work, and embrace the bliss that accompanies such activities. So there you go. Makes sense, doesn't it? No crying allowed.
Is that hers?
Yeah, that was Luna. Yeah, that was her dragon and message for today. And it is after 11 there, so it's night there. Because on the cards, there's a full moon above Luna's head. And she's a pure white dragon. Makes sense, doesn't it? Fits like it always does. You need to do some self-care, Missy. Don't make me come over there and beat your butt.
I didn't know you had cards there.
Yeah. I had these with me when I spent the night that night.
Oh.
Now it'll be interesting to see what Mom's is.
I hope it is a good one.
Mom, there's nothing but good ones in here. There's some tough love ones, but they're not, meaning to be mean. They're just, they know how us humans are. Okay, what is my mom's dragon and message for today? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's so pretty. Oh, my God. You're going to love this one. Serene. Now look closely at the dragon. And you see the maiden below? She often symbolizes Mother Mary. So for my mom, that makes sense. Because to me, Mother Mary is the universal mother. Serene is a grandmaster. Ooh. Grandmaster. She is page 107.
Stephanie got a little upset with me when we moved over here. You got the master bedroom. I said, I am the master right now.
Listen, gently flowing water and a warm summer breeze depict this dragon's energy beautifully. Serene connects to the calm and resilient energy of Mother Mary. So you can rest assured that life is going to settle down, especially if it has been rather turbulent of late. She says, I am the lapping of waves and the morning sun. Allow me to wrap you in my blue cloak of tranquility and accept my presence as pure calm settles around you. When your inner perceptions shift, so will your outer world experiences. Remember that the tranquility you seek lies within. The volatile outside scenario is only a mirror of turbulence inside. Call upon me to guide you to that peace of heaven you crave. Observe your life experiences changing as they begin to mirror your inner feelings of serenity. She encourages us to go gently with ourselves. We are quick to nurture others, but often neglect our own needs. We must feed ourselves with that which brings us joy and makes us feel alive. As we accept that we are important, our worldly experiences will reshape and shift in a positive way. Yeah, it is. It's very pretty, and it's always right on, buddy. Right on, every time. So, I feel like Serene is saying, stop worrying about Carol. She's fine. But she may be having phone issues. And even though I have her numbers blocked on my phone, I can still access those other numbers. But I have so many numbers blocked from like these junk calls and stuff like that. It'll take me some time to find it. But at least I know the one number that I called for you the last time, yesterday. And I can go to that one, and then I can read the one above it or the one below it or whatever. And then hopefully together we'll be able to figure out what the other one is that I can also call on your phone and see if she'll answer that one.
I'm hoping that she either Annabelle came and got her, but she said she don't like to be away from the animals, the dogs very long. Or Ernie, or the guy with told her, he told her you need to get down and out and do something for yourself. And she said, I said, are you eating? She said, yeah. I said, well, then you need to get downstairs and get something to eat now. And I said, what else was it? She said, well, I'm trying, and I try to get better, but if you start eating, you're never going to make it.
Yeah, because you got to give your body that fuel, or you're not going to really be able to do a whole lot of nothing.
That was a lot of my problem, a lot of that in my nerves. You get here so many days, in and out, all day long, just nothing. Just nothing. I'm just hoping that somebody would drop by. Nobody ever does. Check Dwayne, he wanted something done. Anybody else, they'll come by, they'll want something done. Like Courtney's grandma, and she pays him well. And Courtney's dad sometimes will come by tomorrow to show her. And he's already got theirs done.
Ugh. Okay, Nose, you can quit running anytime. Ugh. I hate when my nose does that.
Mine does that when I'm eating.
And these are some comfy sandals that Maria got me. One day we went to the mall. She's got a pair just like it, same color and everything.
I thought those were the ones I gave you.
No, these are the ones she got me. One day we went to the mall, which sadly is, yeah, Easton. I almost said you never got to go to the one that I was about to mention. I'm like, wait a minute, yeah, you did, because we went to Hot Topic. I gotta find a. Okay, I'm gonna have to go get me a crochet hook so I can start your pouch. But I'm warning you, Mom, it's gonna, because the ball is so big and there is so much red and black, it's gonna be difficult. I mean, I might have to do either one that's all red until I can get down to the black one, or if I'm going to do the red and black, wait, what am I talking about? The black separate. See, that's where my brain just went out the window. Never mind. Brain derailment in process. Nobody move. I dropped my brain. No, wait, it flew away. Anyway, oh no! Somebody's giving me the giggles. Who's giving me the giggles? Stop it. Okay.
Don't you guys like you and Stephanie getting in those boxes? I've never seen anybody laugh so hard. You're gonna have me laughing.
Okay, do you want, what's going to be easiest is to do one side red and one side black. So do you want me to start on the black side first, which is probably going to be easier because at least the ball is small enough to fit in there. And then when it gets about, I figure, half the length it should be, then I will start doing, yeah, you want it that big, or do you want me to put it smaller to fit the phone better?
I got my phone down there.
Mom,
Huh?
do you want me to make the pouch smaller so it fits better? Not so loose.
If you do, not too much.
Mom, I'm not going to make it so tight you can't get it in and out.
See, I can get it out there.
Because that's awfully big. You know, that's awfully big, that one. So,
But I put if I know he's
anyway,
some money or something.
Focus, Janet. So Maria got me these one day. Me, her, and Chris went to the mall. It was one of the nicer days that, you know, it was nice out. It wasn't too hot. Wasn't, you know, it was nice weather. And I have these real pretty, I'll show them on a live stream sometime just so you can see why I ended up wearing them like a dumbass. It goes between the toes, and then it's kind of like a T shape. It goes like this, and the part that goes across the top part of the foot is jeweled, fake jewels, of course, but they're flat. They're like completely flat. There's no padding. I love these sandals. They're absolutely stunning, but they're a size 9. So there's like that much roughly on the back of the slippers, the sandals that I can't. I mean, they fit me fine, but there's all that extra because it's meant for somebody that's a size 9.
Yeah.
And I'm a size 8. So I make it work, but they're so pretty. I couldn't help myself. And I deeply regretted it within, I would say, between 15 and 20 minutes after we got there, somewhere in that bracket, maybe sooner. We were walking around inside the mall and outside. And with shoes like that, I get internal blisters, meaning instead of them being on top of the skin so you can easily pop them and all this, they're underneath the skin. And they're a lot harder to get to. I was in so much pain. I was limping. I was almost in tears. I had to keep stopping and sitting down because I was in so much pain. And one of the times we sat down in the mall, we happened to sit down across from, what was the name of that shoe store? I forget, but anyway, there was this real pretty pair of yellow sandals that were very much looked just like these. And I was like, bring me one of those yellow ones. Because I was curious to see if it would fit me. And sure enough, it fit me fine. And you can adjust the buckles, and everything. So we decided to go into the store. And then we got excited because the bottom of the yellow pair said 2 pair for $35. So we're like, oh, yay. But apparently there's enough of a difference between the yellow ones and these blue ones we ended up with that didn't apply. They didn't have them in yellow. So we couldn't do the 2 for $35. So she ended up, how much was it she paid? I think it was between $40 and $80 to get her a pair and myself a pair. And we both settled on the light blue because she likes blue. And she likes us to have matching stuff, which I've always liked, especially when it's friends or, somebody that's like a sister to you, It's not like I would ever, get Chris to wear a neon outfit for some, just to match me. There's no way. He'd be like, no. And I'd be like, get the fuck out. No, I'm kidding. But he's like, I like you better in earth tones. Okay, dear, well, that's all well and fine and good, but it's my body. It's my choice. And I said, I'll tell you what. I said, I will willingly wear nothing but earth tones the majority of the time if you agreed to wear neon. He shut up. Because I know he's never going to do that. He's never going to wear neon. He don't like me in brighter colors. Well, too bad. You look better in earth tones. Okay, well, I think you'd look better in neon, so shut up and leave me alone. So anyway, that's how we ended up getting these. And they're very comfortable. They have nice thickness to them. And she got them mostly for me more than herself. But I was in so much pain. It's like I didn't know how much longer we were going to be at the mall. And there was no way that I was going to be able to continue walking around in that much pain. I was ready to go home until we found these. And I'm like, okay, that works.
Two Browns notes today. The team says most of his starters are going to be in the lineup for Friday's preseason opener in Jacksonville. That includes quarterback.
He said his circle. He'd be back here. I haven't seen him. I don't remember we weren't saying really anything bad about him. Just talking about being alone all the time. As he gets busy, he don't like to. He settled down. Joe says he don't see how he does as much as he do. Because Joe, he's been sick in and out of the hospital. He's got the catheter problem that Jim has, but he goes to the hospital and has him to drain his bladder.
I'm trying to determine if this is going to be wide enough or if I need to put a couple extra. I feel like 3 more.
It's too tight. I can't get it now.
I know, Mom. That should be plenty. Because, when they do tend to shrink down, so you have to compensate for how it's going to shrink down when I really start getting a decent amount of it done. So what I usually do in a case like this is I'll do enough rows, and then I'll take Mom's phone probably and measure it, make sure that it's not going to be too snug.
Here's some hot news. The eco-plumbers can keep you cool with an AC tune-up for only $79. Enjoy comfort all summer long. Schedule your AC tune-up today. The eco-plumbers, saving the day, protecting the future. Online at ecoplumbers.com. The new Chevy is the
Birdies are quiet again.
Uh-huh. Well, right now they're Pansy's on one of the food dishes and Buddy's eating in the other one.
Oh, they're eating fine together, huh?
Well, I mean, like I say, yeah, I guess they both are because she's dipping her head down in the bowl she's sitting on.
The reason I got the big cups, they seem to like the bigger cups than the small ones. So the other ones that I had, so I decided just to get the big cups and not put the little ones in there. And I cleaned off some of the seed and stuff that was on the top back there. They're messy.
See, it looks like it's going to be a little too wide, but trust me, it might look like it's going to be a little too wide, but then once you get enough of it going, you can see how it starts shrinking down a little bit. Right now, I'm just doing single crochet.
Services, supply order and shipping, telehealth, or even
Sounds like the air's cut down a little bit.
Solutions wants to get you back to hearing and enjoying life. Call today to schedule an appointment.
When I came back home after serving 2 tours in Iraq, Ohio was the ground zero of the opioid epidemic. I started my own company, and we proudly hire people who are recovering from opioid abuse. We're doing our part. JD Vance is just playing a part. He created a focused nonprofit, pretended to help, and then used it to launch his political career. JD Vance was in a position to really help people. But he only
I sure hope my stomach is cured up unless I'm feeling more better than I have. It's a scary moment. It's a lonely moment.
I was hurt by a truck.
My husband was hurt by a truck. I was hurt by a truck.
It's been this way ever since I come over here. This room is garage. It likes this garage with air. Central air and like getting out there cutting grass. He wants to cut everybody's grass around here. He just likes to keep it on the roll. I don't see why it's taking so damn long to put that air conditioner in. Because of the marble, that's what it's called. The marble wind seal. What do you want?
Stubby.
What do you want? I don't have any. If I feel like you smell it, it's already over there. Don't try to get my arm because I don't want to brush you either. I don't need to do this every time you come up here. You know that? You don't need to come up here just to get your head scratched. The guys who got you through doing that stuff. Carl and Jim always come up and scratch his head like that. And I'm not going to do that all the time.
When I first come in, they're so much fun. All of their stories, where they've grown up and their children and then their families, their brothers, their sisters, their jobs, what they used to do, what their hobbies are, the music that they like. I love listening to all of it. I really love this place. I love all of the residents.
I don't feel like doing your head all the time.
Coming to this place every day.
That's all she does.
She's just wanting
Come up here and
attention.
wants me to do her head.
She's wanting attention, Mom.
And when she gets attention, I try to put her on my lap and she hops down.
Yeah, but you're her mother. So, my cats, if I try to put them on my lap and they don't want to be, then they struggle to get away from me, too.
Oh, I can put her down, but she just gets right back.
She just wants some mommy time, that's all.
Get over here on this side. All right, you gotta believe them.
Davey shared his family story in hillbilly elegy, and he wants for Ohio what Ohio gave him: a fighting chance.
I'm JD Vance, and I approve this message.
And no, I still haven't found Michael's vessels either.
Come now and get our
What?
Michael's vessels that goes to his Creepy Hollow spirits, that the vessels are their homes. And one of these days, I'm just going to have to get up and start tearing into that living room and get that one card table put down, because that card table is taking up a lot of room. Not to mention the poor thing is getting bowed in too much in the middle, and I don't want stuff to start falling through it and end up landing on one of the cats that like to sleep underneath it. And I don't want, them getting cut with glass or something like that either. So I need to get that thing cleared off, and I need to get that card table down so that I can put my book crates over there and make myself a bookcase, and then figure out where to put that gray box, which, because of the weight of the books inside of it and the length of the box, I don't think it's something I'm going to want to be putting on top. Most likely it's probably going to have to be on the bottom. So I'm trying to figure out how to do a bookshelf that I don't have to worry about the crates not being able to handle the weight of the books, and they start, getting spots in them like they're about to break.
Investigation. Our series Inside the Metaverse, why buyers are spending millions of real dollars on virtual real estate. And the world is his oyster. Harry Smith, the entrepreneur, bringing a long-lost tradition back to his city.
This is NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
Good evening, I'm Kate Snow in for Lester tonight. For 4 hours today, former President Trump was deposed inside the offices of the New York Attorney
Yeah,
General.
I'm getting kind of sleepy, and I should be.
And
That's all I do during the day. I sleep or try to sleep away all my loneliness. Wake up, same thing. Turn the TV on. I don't usually turn it on until about 11 o'clock.
Today's deposition, though separate and apart from Monday's FBI search of Trump's Mar-a-Lago home, is the latest chapter of an intense week of scrutiny for the former president. And it all comes as he contemplates another run for president, stirring outrage among his supporters and complicating matters for investigators. Kelly O'Donnell starts us off from Washington.
No.
Deposition day in New York for former President Donald Trump.
You mean Demon Trump?
But today,
I call him Demon Trump.
As he refused to answer questions from the New York Attorney General's office.
What, our Trump?
No. Demon Trumpa. Jackass that was our president before the new one that has it. Jim's here. I'm here in his truck. He just pulled up. Jim.
Really? I hope you're not too upset with us.
If he is, it's just too bad, because the stuff needs to be known. He needs to know that he's not doing, he needs to do more.
That's why he wanted to get me and you together with the women that goes that's going to the reduction face in Lane City. I think he wants to try to get me in amongst socializing with people. I never did much socializing. I all my life I have been a loner, and I don't know why. I've just been a loner. I only had one girlfriend. That was Patty Vale. She lives here in Columbus. She lives on South Wall Street. Her name is Patty Mullins, and then Patty Vale. And she got married and went to Patty Mullins. I think she came over to the other place and got the last kitten that I had, but I didn't recognize her, whether it was her or not. And I don't think she recognized me either. A lot of people will not recognize me, and I don't recognize them. I remember you, but I don't know. I don't remember them. Oh, I hope this feeling that I keep getting sometimes goes away. I think a lot of it has to do with the changing weather for one. Because I do have an ulcer and it changes with the weather. I'm with the times, it changes with all that.
Mom turned that on low for you, Jim, so you can still have it hot. So I hope it doesn't dry out on you.
It's still warm. I just turned it back off because we didn't want it to burn.
Because I already had a bowl.
Well, he don't
It's
like
good.
He don't like it real hot anyway.
They had one, so I grabbed it.
I don't eat it right here. Where are you getting money from?
I was cutting grass. I told you that's what I was doing.
Blackberries, raspberries, blueberries. Yay, dessert. And at least it's healthy.
And yes, I did get you to choose.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot he was doing all that stuff.
Say hi to our beautiful daughter-in-law, even though she may have fallen asleep by now. Brooke is on this live stream with me here.
Yeah,
Jim
she's
says
sleeping.
hi. She's probably sleeping, poor dear.
I
mean, she will. She will. She'll literally watch until she falls asleep because
No, it's probably what about
it helps.
9:30 over her.
No, more like probably going on midnight.
She likes the Marzetti, so I'm hoping that you will
I
enjoy it.
ain't been much.
She thinks it's really good.
I think it turned out real good.
Americans are still paying for sticker shock on just about everything compared to a year ago. Gas prices are still up 44%.
It's warm. I turned it, got the bottom part of it off, warmed up, and then I turned it back off. Because it don't take them burners long to heat stuff up. And there's a fresh pot of coffee in there, so you're all set for a snack or a dinner.
Miami, the raw ingredients for Isabel Garcia Nevin's chocolate business have jumped 10 to 15%, forcing her.
Yeah, I wish you could find another time to spend the night over here because it's always nice when you
Mom, I told you, I can't. I mean, it depends on.
I know you can't do it all the
No,
time.
no.
Once
Just
in a while.
no. All I was gonna say is I can't make any promises or guarantees. If for instance, if I don't come over tomorrow and I spend the day at least getting getting that table gone, that card table put down and put up, collapse it down, get the stuff off of it, because I don't want it to break until I can reinforce it, at some point in the future when I can afford to do it, take the measurements of the underside of the card table and get maybe a little press board thing or something that I can Gorilla Glue underneath it to not only flatten it back out, but give it extra support and a lot more strength so I don't have to worry about that table going to waste and then having to be thrown out because it collapses. If I can do that, work on that tomorrow, work on it tomorrow, Thursday, at least tomorrow and Thursday, and maybe part of Friday. And, I'll try to, by the time Friday gets here, if I'm feeling up to it enough, I'll try to get over here and I'll just spend that weekend. I'll spend the weekend. But I don't want to say that I'm going to do it and then something happens and I can't. So I won't really know until Friday gets here. But I want to spend at least the next 2 days continuing to tackle the living room to get that table out of there and get my bookcases organized a little better or set a little better or something, so that I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff that's accumulated that shouldn't have. That stuff, I don't want more stuff to keep getting piled on top of it and then it end up collapsing. Because those tables are not designed for what I'm using that one for. They're designed to play games, to play board games on and stuff. They're not designed to be, holding heavy weighted stuff all the time.
Is it plastic?
No,
Oh.
no, it's hard to describe what kind of material it is they used to make the surface of it, but the frame that it's glued into or whatever is metal and the legs are metal. But as far as the material that's on the top, I don't really know what it is.
Well, if you don't make it, just call me.
Yeah, if something happens and I'm not going to make it, yeah, I'll let you know.
Just call me and let me
I'll
know.
try to call you. I can't promise I'll be able to call every day, but I'll try to call, every couple of days or something during the week too, just to see how you're doing and stuff
I'm
like that.
hoping to fight off all this loneliness is what I'm trying to do. It's a stomach problem and the aging problem, all hitting all at once. When you get the feeling that nobody cares, and I thought that on the 19th, like quite a few years ago, I don't know when, Kevin was at Bob Evans up there, I forgot now, anywhere he was working at one Bob Evans. He said, "What's up?" I said, "Well, it's just one of those days where you don't feel good. You just feel like nobody gives a damn." And I said, "On my birthday," I said, "I had nothing," and it was just my birthday. And Kevin went out. He went across the Myers, which was really close. Got me a nice big bouquet of flowers, and then Snoopy knocked him off. I didn't get to enjoy that. Yeah, car. It was on the 19th of August when I felt that bad. This time it's all right. You get that feeling, nobody cares. You just feel lost.
Yeah.
They have this on here. You got people with blemishes and stuff. Got pulse or something.
This is not COVID. COVID, we had to shut down our schools. Helping distress the limited supply of vaccine, the FDA just granted an emergency use authorization, allowing 1/5 of the dose to be administered directly into the skin instead of a full dose into underlying fat. The U.S. invested more than $1 billion developing the vaccine, but has just over 1.
First time we both made that kind of stuff turned out pretty good.
Yep. I think it turned out real good.
And now that the older it gets, the better. We'll probably have to put some of it away. Have to wash it. Well, you got them all washed up, so we can use one of those plastic things. We have to put it away, or you can take it home or something.
In states like Georgia, the virus is disproportionately affecting the Black community.
That house was for sale on the corner of San Jose and Santa Maria. It's sold already.
Huh?
That one on the corner I showed you, where that guy lived.
Yeah.
It's sold. Took for sale signs out of it already.
Oh, over there on the east side?
Yep.
Oh, we tried that. That's a one-bedroom place and had 2-car garage. One side of the garage had a padlock on it, but what was in there, and the other one was empty. Well, we hope you enjoy that. Dana says it tastes okay.
I think it turned out real good.
Yeah.
I said, for the first time for us making something like that, sure it's turned out.
Yeah, because like a lot of times what people will do when it comes to Jonny Marzetti is they'll bake it. Because that's another way you can do it too.
Yeah.
And you can also make a bigger amount that way. Like if you took like a cake pan or something, like if you were going to have a bunch of people over and you needed the extra, then you could use like a cake pan and make a larger amount and bake it.
You see her feet in your way?
No, I'm not stretched out right now.
Oh, she's fine. Yeah, she's
It's
right.
our first time making that stuff, so we hope you enjoy it. She added the cheese. I didn't know we had some in there, but she added the cheese on.
No, mild cheddar.
Yeah.
Well, you said get
The
cheese.
shredded cheddar. Yeah.
Yeah. She'd say get cheese, but she didn't say what kind. So I said, well, I'll get shredded cheddar.
Yeah, I mean, it's just again, it's a matter of when it comes to Jonny Marzetti.
Yeah.
What cheese do you want to use with it? Because to me, just about any cheese is going to taste okay with it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But so it's like just a matter of what cheese do you want to make it with.
Well, I heated it up and it should have been still warm. He don't like it real hot anyway. Did you have to heat it up in the microwave?
Yeah.
Ooh, golly.
It does taste good when it's hot.
Ugh. See, you'll still have plenty of room to get it in and out of there fine. And that's just, I don't think, unless you want me to make it taller than that, I don't know if it'll need to be much taller.
Well, see how tall this one is. And the phone's right there.
Okay, so let me try like three to five more rows and then start working on getting the red in it.
Why did you get all your circle done?
Yeah.
The search for Kylie expanding to involve multiple agencies, including the FBI. Police also pushing the partygoers, including teams from Nevada to the Bay Area, to come forward with any information.
The trash ran late today.
Do what?
The trash ran, they didn't run too very early today. That's what, early this morning.
Well, at least they emptied both cans this time.
Huh?
Emptied both cans this time.
Yeah. Toby got rid of his, what is that walnut tree out there?
Yep. You already told him that earlier.
There was a guy out there with a backhoe or something and took two great big logs out of the backyard.
Yep.
I don't know whether there was any more back there, but they were out there for quite a while.
Well, the tree was over 100 feet tall when
There must be some more back there
it
then.
just laid over. There is. It just laid over. Didn't hit anything, so he talked to somebody whose son does that kind of work, tree remove. So they asked me to remove the tree. He said, yeah, if I get paid for it.
Well, they took two big ones.
And he
big
said, you know what kind of wood it is? And the guy said, no. He said, it's black walnut. The guy said, I'll be there to get it. And
Yep.
he did.
Mm-hmm.
You could, you can't even tell that a tree had been back there. He did such a good job of it.
Well, they might have to come back and get some more then. You know, it took away two big
Yeah,
logs.
there's some other ones back there, but
Huh?
well, there's other ones back there, but what they're doing, their tree roots are controlling water and erosion, so they don't. That's why they're leaving them up. Only if they fall down, they cut them up.
No, he can. They usually have wood cut and put on their porch for the winter time because they use their fireplaces. That was one of the house that had two fireplaces in it.
So am I going to get to see the inside of that house before you nail it all up?
Yeah.
Because I want to just see it just once. And I want to take some pictures so I can like send them to Brooke or something on the phone.
It's a mess in there, but I can take you in there. If you want.
I still want to see it.
Okay. It's got a brass bed upstairs, English style.
Oh boy.
Somebody been sleeping in it.
Homeless people probably. Yeah, they always empty that one out, and the shed almost got completely emptied out back there.
Yeah, the people stealing are the people that's in charge of taking care of her phone.
Well, that don't surprise
The woman that's
me.
in charge of it. It's her two boys and her husband.
They're doing the stealing.
Yeah, because they got a lot of stuff they took out of the shed is sitting in their backyard, 3 houses down. And they backed up a big pickup truck up to the shed and loaded the heavy stuff on it.
Oh, did they get a bunch of heavy stuff out of there?
They cleaned everything out of the shed, loaded on the back of that truck, and took it going across back of Kim's lot and Tom's lot to their house.
Oh, maybe they get lucky and tomorrow and the garage will catch on fire and burn it all. because of them stealing it.
Joe took pictures up and gave it to the police and they ain't interested.
Yeah, well, you said around fire, you know. That would be dangerous to Kim and a whole lot of others around here. You want a house started fire, we'd be all in trouble.
There's one thing that sets this still under construction property apart, and it's not the Lambo out front.
Oh, I love that car. Oh,
Mhm. That's why I was wanted. Getting on the light, they changed colors.
About to be sold not just as a house in real life over here in the kitchen, but as an NFT in the metaverse. As we come in here, we have the gym. A digital
That's the house is supposed to have all that money in there, isn't it?
cannot be duplicated
Mm-hmm.
by the NFT.
I bet you won't find any.
It's being built in a virtual
I can tell you just about where it is, and I haven't even.
Why they've
been
been going in there is beyond me, but somebody's been staying in there.
yep, squatting.
They figure it's empty and.
Why not?
They don't
No,
want to
it's
get in there.
the people who are supposed to be taking care of it, they're the ones doing it because they're stealing everything out of there.
Uh-huh. That's what I said. They're squatting.
They did walk everybody around on the track, nobody did.
No, they live 2-3 houses down.
Oh, and they're the ones stealing it?
They're the ones doing it, yeah. The woman, she's got the keys to it.
Letting her family go in
And
and
so
take
when they
this stuff.
changed locks on it, I went and got the lock for Joe, so he gave it to him, a locksmith to put on there. The guy that done that, put it on there. But the person who has the keys is the one going in there stealing everything. So that's why the doors are always unlocked, because they're going in there stealing all that stuff.
So what do you think of that stuff?
Oh, this is good.
Uh-huh.
Well, we try to make it good for her. We have never done it before. She hasn't made any before, neither have I.
There are 166,000 plots of land that will never change. Individual lots have sold for thousands of dollars to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Part of the draw, location.
Again, tickling gets down there against that one thing in the back of your throat.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that tickling in the throat. It drives me nuts.
I hate it when something hits those cough sensors on the back of your throat. Makes it feel like there's something stuck in your throat or anything, but all I want to make you cough.
It makes me sneeze,
Makes you
whatever it
shiver.
does. Makes me sneeze and gag sometimes. I made some coffee in there too, so. Why do you keep coming up there like that? You're enough to get over there.
Well, sweetie,
I'll put you on my lap.
we love you. I'm glad this helped. And I will try to start doing these again more often. So I'm going to go ahead and end it, because when I get Mom's pouch done, I'm going to be mopping her floors for her and stuff before I end up going home tonight. Probably about 8 or 9 o'clock, somewhere around there, I'll head out. So love you. Love the boys. And thanks for staying with us as long as you did. Get some rest, self-care. And we will see you next live stream.
Pleasant dreams.
Yep. Blessed be.
I got to see myself.